So with having the Cypher, having part 1, what could you say that could have went better from your perspective, being the one that held it? Because you get all the people's comments and this, or y'all should have had this or this and that. So how do you feel that maybe it could have been better, or however?
I mean, let me answer first.
Go ahead.
I know you got a more detailed answer, but for everybody else that's like on the outside looking in, it's just like that first game, you going to play your first game. How's your first game? Your first game ain't gonna be just as polished as your last one. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process. You're gonna look at your first. That's why you watch film. You're gonna look at, you feel me? You're gonna look at your mistakes and then you're gonna correct them. Everything is gonna get better. You know what I'm saying?
World to Underdawg Talk. I'm your host, Eric Jones Jr., the underdog with the heroic heart, and I have conversations with successful underdogs. And today we have Miss Asia and June10th. How are y'all doing today?
Doing great.
Cool.
Happy to be here.
That's good. That's good. So I need a fun fact from both of you.
A fun fact?
Yeah, I need a fun fact.
About ourselves?
Yeah, about yourself.
Okay. I was born with chicken pox.
Okay. So
I think that's a
telling
fun
your
fact.
age a little bit.
Nuh-uh.
They don't even have chicken pox
21.
anymore. Yeah. Okay.
What is it called now? Not coronavirus.
Yeah. So what's the fun fact about you?
I like 14 brothers and sisters.
Okay.
On your mama's side or your daddy's side? Or all together?
All together. Adopted.
Okay.
I would say I got an older brother. A lot of people don't know that because he on my dad's side. But yeah, I got an older brother. That's my fun fact.
That's not a fun fact.
It is.
That's boring.
It's boring?
Yeah, because you got an older brother.
That's normal.
That is normal.
Okay. Let's see. I had my first surgery at 6 months. When I was 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So, y'all are in the music industry, and y'all both are kind of in different aspects of the music industry. So, ladies first, tell people like who you are and like what you do behind the scenes.
Okay. As far as what?
Music.
Okay. So, individually, I currently manage Little E. Follow him on Instagram. I am Little E-Ho. I currently do that, and kind of just breaking into like the scene as far as like with the Cyphers and everything as a collaborative with my team. Of course, everyone saw the first Cypher that we dropped for All Star. So just kind of doing that and kind of just creating a platform for the creators is more so what I do.
Got you. How about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm an artist myself. I'm calling a rapper. I'm a well-rounded artist. I bring collaborators together, other artists together, try to make a better sound. We're traveling around now. We partner with Asia and June10th. They gave me the blessing to take over the music department.
Yep.
So we can continue these ciphers and, put some more artists out there in front of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. So, talking of ciphers, do y'all remember seeing y'all first cipher? Or do y'all remember like when you saw it, what was your reaction when you saw the first cipher?
The first Cypher that we've ever seen.
That you ever saw like back in the day?
I think it was dope. I think because it was raw back then. So nothing was like full of edits and full of like filters and voice, all that stuff. It was just more so like raw. It was like corner street type of vibe. Everybody's crowded around. Yeah. So I think it was just like, they really doing that. They really spitting, and a lot of them, some of them was beatboxing with their own mouth and everything. So it was like, I think that was the excitement for me, like just to see how they was really coming. They were really competing too back then. Yeah. It wasn't just for show. So yeah.
What about you?
I think I started tapping into the more of the New York style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's the essence, more of the essence where the ciphers came from. But more so when I got a little older, it was more so like the Rhapsody, the basement that really put you on and how you really tune into, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
that feeling, it was a different feeling. It brought something funky fresh for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So they put on.
Yeah, I think it was more, I would say New York and kind of like the Philly, because they had the battle rap type thing back in the day. So I was really heavy on that. So when I'm watching it, like you said, they raw, they spitting like, it's like, wow, that's crazy. Nobody really, everybody trying to take each other head off. You could be in a group together, but if y'all, go against each other, you going crazy with it. So, what kind of music did you guys grow up listening to? Were you all hip hop? Were you R&B? Were you rock? Were you country? What was like y'all type of music before you got into the music that you're in today?
I think it was a good mixture for me, because I think my mom and them played a lot of like R&B, like the soul music, but then we had like Mr. Biggs. So it was like we had a good mixture of like what we were listening to. Yeah, I think that was more so what it was for me.
Yeah, my journey with music, it was like, I guess it started out with like a lot of old school 70s, 80s, and it kind of like cruised into whatever time I was living in. Like I went through a stage where it was like all R&B.
Yeah.
Came to Hot Boys, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And then more and more mix with hip hop and R&B. So I got a lot, man. My music juice go forward. So
yeah, I'm similar with that. Like I listen because having your parents, they ain't listen to nothing but old school. So Saturday morning, you listen to that stuff. Back then, I didn't really like it, but as I got older, it's like, okay, I enjoy that kind of music. I really just any kind of music, really. I never really got into country, but any music, I give it a try. So when y'all were younger, was music something that y'all thought y'all would be doing? If it was just maybe making beats or maybe having a artist or something like that, or was your journey like when you were younger, you thought you was gonna be doing something else?
Never thought about music. Never crossed my mind. Like I write books too, so that was more of my lane. Like I could see myself more so writing books, and I'm a therapist, so doing that was what I always saw myself doing. But music, no. I loved music, but working in the music industry, no.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about working in music. I just knew music was helping me get through times or whatnot, but I wasn't never thinking about doing that with music. I was hooping.
So what triggered, what moment happened? Did somebody say, hey, you should do it? How did y'all get into where y'all at today?
So as far as management, I just sat down with E, and we actually were talking about an upcoming book that he has about to come out soon. And so I was working with him on that. And then we kind of just dug a little bit deeper, and then we just agreed to start a business relationship as far as me managing him and all of that. So that just came about in that manner. As far as the Cypher goes, like maybe about 2 years ago, because I'll sit on TikTok and watch the videos, the freestyles all the time. So I was like, I want to have a Cypher here. Like I've never seen a Cypher here before. So it was just an idea that I was kind of throwing around, and I kept saying I wanted to do it, but I never really saw it happening as fast as it did. And I brought the idea to our co-founder, Coco, and we talked about it. And I was like, because she's also in the music industry, she manages an artist here too. So we talked about it, and then we were like, let's go for it. And she was like, All Star would be the perfect time to drop it. So that's when we just was like, okay, we all in now.
That's what's up. That's so. How did you pick the artist that you picked for did they come up to you? Did you say, hey, this person's hot, let's pick them? How did it go for the people that made it to the first Cypher?
Okay. Yeah, and then you can address our second one. So the first one, how did we pick? So I think that when we talk about Indianapolis and we talk about, let's say we are out of town somewhere. I went to school in Kentucky. When we were out of town, when they played music from Indianapolis, they played songs like Jiggly and Ice Cold by Swole and those type of songs. So when we were planning the Cypher, we're thinking in our minds, what are some of Indy's favorite artists? Now, am I saying that to say that we got everybody that are Indy's favorite artists a part of the first Cypher? We did not. But we tried to reach out to as many people as we could, given certain circumstances. And so once we sat down and we were like, okay, female wise, who are the names that people always mention? We hear the Parises, we hear the Kitty Reds, we hear those names that when we mention. So we're reaching out to certain people. And certain people weren't able to make it. Certain people were able to make it. And so when we all got together, we were in there, the vibes were flowing, everything was good. So it's like, it wasn't a favoritism type of thing. I think some people were like, everybody was like going off like, who chose these people and why they wasn't such and such on there? Why wasn't, they were just throwing out names. And it's like, it wasn't to say like this is going to be the first Cypher and the last one. It was like, this is just the first one. We're breaking the ice. We want to work with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it was just more so we can't have everybody in, at the same time in one room. So it was like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, really. Cause it was like everybody was going to have something to say if somebody wasn't on there. But like, I think when it comes to the people who were there, it was some people that were up and coming that kind of just got into the music industry, which I felt like was good because that's what we want to shine light on as well. But we had the OGs on there as well. And it was a lot of names that were thrown out there that were like, why wasn't this person on there? Why wasn't that person on there? But it was like some people we were able to reach out to and some people we were thinking, oh, we're going to do this with them. We're going to do. So it was like we were already plotting and planning, but people don't know that behind closed doors. They're just thinking, well, why weren't they there? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that the way we chose them was more so of what we thought because it was our Cypher and what we thought was gonna be like a crowd pleaser initially. Yeah. And now for the second one, June was a part of that a lot. So
yeah, the second one, like you think about Cyphers. I wanted to focus on more so the essence of hip hop. You think of that, you bring in certain artists, but still got your little mixture in there. Like you starting out with Jess Santiago, like very lyrical, Then you got a young lady named TBT, the rapper. She's very raw and uncut. Give you the early, not so much of the Lil Kim on the lyrical side, but how raw and aggressive she is. Then you got another youngster, be the voice of the streets, PBT Ace, Far East Sider too. Very, very, very talented, man. He sings, he do a lot. Then we got some more, pioneers from the city that's been doing it for a while. You got Skip. Skip is one of the most lyrical ones here. Then you go into who I feel like is like the T.I. of the city, T.I. Free. You're going to get some raw and uncut from him too. So I think with this battle as a whole collective, not a battle, but this Cypher as a whole collective, it just gives you a mixture of what Indianapolis do have to offer outside of what you always hearing from these club songs or some of these other artists that's been polished here for years.
Yeah. And I think I want to add to that, just like I think the good thing about it is like we're showing it all. We're showing the trap. We're showing the more lyrical artists. Our platform is not just for a specific artist or a certain group of people. Like we want to showcase all of the different like styles of rap and hip hop and just music in general. And so I think that's why, and we're very selective on how we're grouping these people because we want their vibes to match, and because not only are we doing a Cypher, we do a lot of things behind the scenes that are for the artists. So we want their vibes to match, and we also want it to be a thing where we're leaving here and we're networking. We want y'all to be able to be like, okay, well, let's get on a feature. Let's jump on a song. Let's do an event. Like this is more than just like we're just throwing Cyphers together. Like it's not just that. Yeah. So
I can see the bigger picture down the road, just being a creator and hearing y'all talk. And so y'all got at least about 8 different people, probably more, that from both Cyphers. Does Indiana have a sound? You know how you hear Chicago got the drill, South got that, the East Coast got. Does Indiana have a certain sound, or how would you describe Indiana's music to somebody that's not from Indiana?
I don't think Indiana necessarily has a sound, but that makes us unique. Like just like everything else, they come here thinking it's cornfield, but now look, NBA all-star want to continue to work with us, work with our city. So I think us not having a sound and all these artists got specific sounds or unique sounds that make us that one, you know. So we don't need a specific sound. We don't need to follow in another trend. We setting one.
Yeah, I think that was very well said. I think that you kind of never know what you're gonna get, and that's the beauty of it. Because you might look at somebody and think, oh, they're gonna look or sound like this, and then it's something totally different. So yeah, I don't think that we have a specific sound.
Yeah. I would just a question, because you know, when you talk about different music, you ask who or what kind of vibe you would get if you heard, but like you said, it's a different sound with everybody. Like the different people that y'all have on the Cypher, you could bump them depending on anybody, depending on your mood. Yeah. So it's like, it's cool to have that variety of different music. So with having the Cypher, having part one, what could you say that could have went better? From your perspective, being the one that held it, because you get all the people's comments and this, or oh, y'all should have had this or this and that. So how do you feel that maybe it could have been better, or however?
I mean, I'm let me answer first.
Go ahead.
I know you got a more detailed answer, but for everybody else that's like on the outside looking in, it's just like that first game. You going to play your first game. How's your first game? Your first game ain't gonna be just as polished as your last one. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process. You're gonna look at your first. That's why you watch film. You're gonna look at, you feel me? You're gonna look at your mistakes and then you're gonna correct them. Everything is gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? So anything, whenever you got a business, you're not gonna come out with your business. It's gonna be a baby boomer like that. It's gonna be a process. So.
Yeah. And with that being said, I think like, I would say the thing that bothered me the most was the sound. I think we were all focused on like giving it that raw aspect that we needed to be more up to date and up to speed with what technology and ciphers are like now, visual wise, sound wise. I think the visuals were great, but sound wise, we just needed to do something different, which we have taken that necessary step going forward. But I think that being there and like for the people who were there, really witnessing the vibes in the room, how things were even behind the scenes, it just made me feel like everybody's doing a lot of this, but just to be there was like, damn, this is it. This is what's up. Because when has this been done? It hasn't. So it's like the opinions, we take them like constructive criticism. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Like I read all the comments. I was reading. I was on everything, like looking back and forth, like what she said, what they said. But I think for me, it was more so like, okay, because I had some people were just rude and nasty about it, but that's just people. But there were a lot of good messages that were like, I think it was good, but do this next time, but do this. And all those messages I took heed of. We took heed of. Our team literally had meetings like right after that, like, okay, what we gonna do here? We need this, we need that. Like, because like I said, we're not doing it just to throw them together. We're doing it because we really want to put on for the artists. Because what are we gaining? I mean, we're not getting the exposure that we're trying to give to the artists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I felt like I wanted to check on all the artists that were a part of the Cypher to more so be like, how are y'all feeling? What do y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all were the face of this. So, and they were all cool, like, you feel me? Applesauce to a boss. So it was like, all right, once they was cool, I was cool. So, and I think we all really stepped for each other in that moment too, because it was a lot of people that were like coming at us with a lot of negative comments about what they felt like we should have done differently. But it's like a lot of talking, but a lot of couch sitting, a lot of no movement. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it is what it is.
Everybody had their chance before this to put on the Cypher. And then as far as the negative comments about it, look at the light that it got for these artists. You know what I'm saying? Whether they like the verses or not. Like they still got some attention. That's what it's all about. You might not like that Cypher, but you might like a song on their page. So.
Right. Yeah. And that's the point of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, to what y'all both just said, it's like when you start something, it's not going to be perfect. It's not something going to happen the first time you do it. And to, like you was just saying, a lot of people that have comments ain't never done nothing. You commenting on somebody doing something, but you ain't done nothing. You ain't set up nothing. You might work in the music industry and you ain't done nothing, but you talking about somebody else. That's just hate. That's just people being lazy. Like you said, couch sitting. Like, we got to stop that. Oh, because somebody else was the first to do it, you should congratulate them on being the first to do it, because within a year, who knows where it's at. Now everybody gonna be like, oh, let me get on. Oh, remember you was, you was talking that mess. So it's like, keep going with what you got going, because a lot of people always, I mean, no matter if it's good, bad, the next one could be fired. Somebody's still gonna have something to say.
Yeah.
It's just part of the life that we live in. So, with your production company, what are some of your like goals that you have coming up, since you're kind of just getting in there? You got an artist. Do you want more artists? What do you see your vision going further?
So like my management is separate from Asia Co-Productions. So Asia Co-Productions, we're focusing more so on like just creating a platform, like I said, for the creators, through our cyphers, through our 16 bar challenges. And then we'll have some other things that are coming up as well. But I think that our main focus is just creating that platform for them to display their talent.
So as an artist, are you going to be a part of the cypher?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. No, because everything ain't for me. I'm trying to shed light on other artists. I don't want a spotlight that I'm trying to give somebody else.
Yeah.
My time, whatever I need to do, it'll happen, or I'll be doing it on the side. But I don't want to be a part of something that I'm trying to bring other artists to, or anything like that. It's just me working on my A&R, if you will.
And
he has a good ear.
Yeah. I like what you just said, because a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people have a platform and they got to be the face of it, or they got to be a part of it because they name involved, instead of letting other people shine. It's like kind of like basketball. You got that star player, don't never pass the ball to the team. They like, oh yeah, we won. I won the game for us. Then when you lose, you blame the team. And it's like, you got to have platforms to give people they shine. And I like that, because that's why I started the podcast, like to let people come on and tell their story, or whatever the case may be. Because when you have your own platform, you can do whatever you want with it. And you don't have to be the Michael Jordan. You could be Phil Jackson behind the scenes. Like, people don't understand that. So I like that answer, because people miss that. Like, they always want to be up front, and it's like, man, give somebody else an opportunity. So with the different kinds of cyphers, are y'all gonna give some young people an opportunity, or is it just like major artists?
Oh, I'm glad that you said that. We have a lot of things making, literally a lot. We are definitely going to give and shine light to our younger artists, because for one, they're the future of this. You know what I'm saying? So I think without them really displaying the talent and leading the way of what's to come, we really won't have anything. But I think I go to say that just to say stay tuned very soon.
The youngsters tapping in with the OGs.
Yeah.
The OGs need to stay in tune with the youngsters too, man.
Yep.
That way they can learn something from it and make sure that the streets are still structured. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good, because I feel like you said, the youth is our future, and a lot of stuff that we doing now with entrepreneurship and having our own business, just putting light on them or showing them the way, is definitely gonna help them, because to stay out the streets and doing dumb stuff. So can y'all let us know when the second one gonna drop, or are we gonna just have to wait and see?
What's today?
Thursday.
I guess we can give you an exclusive tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, when is this airing?
This is airing tomorrow.
So we'll say today.
Yeah. Airing today. Yeah. Okay. So what do you guys expect from having another one so quickly? Because, sometimes, like you said, you got some good feedback, some bad feedback. You kind of didn't let it die down. You came out with another one. What do you guys expect from this one moving forward?
We taking off. Ain't no stopping. And I feel like our timing is perfect because we didn't want the momentum to die down. That's why we did it so soon, because we don't want it to be a thing where we did one and then we waited 6 months down the line or 3 months down the line and then try to drop another. No, we gonna keep dropping it while it's hot, and we not gonna stop, regardless of any hiccups we might experience or any changes we might have to make or any bumps along the road. We gonna keep going. Like, the train's not gonna stop. So they might as well just get used to it.
I love it.
An incredible team.
Yes.
Asia, Coco, Craig, Allen, DJ Strick,
Kennedy.
You know, we got an incredible team, and everybody's good in their own role. So that's why we stand out. They'll see. They'll know the numbers don't lie.
Yeah. And I just want to go on record of saying, like, I'm standing behind everything that we put out, including the first one, because without them, we wouldn't be where we at. You know what I'm saying? And it took courage for all of them to get up there and be willing to even do that. They wasn't asking for no money. They wasn't asking for us to give them anything or provide anything. They came for the vibes. They came off the strength for real. So I always tell all of them, thank you so much. Like, me and Coco, like, we're so grateful for them because they gave us a chance. You know what I'm saying? And then once all the backlash came, they stood on us. They stood 10 toes and was like, and we said what we said. And she said what she said, and that's why the chicken crossed the road, like, because it was like, and that's on period, because this is what's going on around here. So I just wanted to go on record of saying that, like, anything that we put out, we're going to stand behind them. We're going to stand behind the artists, and we're going to make sure that we want to display everybody in a positive light. So our goal is not to embarrass anybody or make anybody feel any type of way or anything like that. We want to put on for everybody. Like, so yeah, that's our goal. And so we're going to keep doing it. We're going to stand on it.
Yeah, I love that. And I love what you said about them being the first ones, because it takes, one person to jump out there and take a leap. And no matter what feedback, I'm sure they not going to stop making music. They still going to drop stuff. They still going to be out here.
And people still going to listen to them like they was, and they going to still be riding their coattails like they were before.
Yeah.
They kicked the door down. They gotta respect it.
Yeah. It takes somebody to kick the door down so people can hear it. But like you said earlier, like, you gonna be like, okay, let me click on this person page. Now you gonna click on their music. So I love the platform of being able to help artists get more audience, because if you got 5 or 6 different artists, they getting all different audiences and being able to help. So y'all looking at the bigger picture of, let's get people on, let's put them out there, let's get Indianapolis more out there, let's get the people that, represent the city. And I love that, because I had Skip on, and he a dope dude. And then I actually went and listened to his music, and I was like, oh yeah, this is, because I'll be honest with anybody music that I listen to. I don't mess with everybody music. That's just my ear. But certain people that y'all got on there, I'm sure coming on there is gonna be fire. He's a fire artist. Like, let me listen to his stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, because sometimes you have people and you be like, hey man, maybe you should, go to the other side of the music part. Like, maybe you should be the videographer, or maybe you should make some beats or something. And I think a lot of times, so my question is, just popped in my head, why do y'all think that young people want to be artists and rappers so much?
I would say it could be one or two things. It could be a wave that they're riding, but it also could be therapeutic. A lot of people who are artists that are really like in tune with what they're doing, a lot of times it's more so therapeutic for them. It's a way of expression. It's a way of them really like getting out how they're feeling or what they've been through, or just their environment in general, just different things. So I think it could be one or two things. It could just be like, oh, that's tight and I want to do it. Or it could just be like, this is my way of really like expressing myself, getting out how I feel. I'm talented, or whatever. It's, some people is just in them.
I like that answer. I think sometimes people don't think of that as therapeutic. It's just getting it out.
What would you say?
No, it's definitely therapeutic.
Being an artist.
As far as the young generation, I think some, not all, some of the young generation, this is different. They glorify some of the other music that they hear from some of their favorite artists, and they use this as they form a beef. This is how I can get at you about your homie that just got hit or something like that. So as far as the young generation, some of the young generation, I think they a lot of them are not like trying to be rappers. This is just my way of dissing. This is my way of getting at you. But it's a form of art, so I don't know.
Yeah, I like both of those answers because I feel like that, like what you just said, that makes sense too. Like, because when you listen to the young, it's like, dang, y'all life that rough. Like, you got, like the dude across the street, you beefing with him that bad, and it's like, is it therapeutic? Because I've had mentor programs and just talking to them, and young kids feel like they got to be strapped up or they got to be with their homies just because how life is. So it's like,
I mean, they make it so bad for themselves, like they saying, like they naming every member or family member or homie that got killed and how they got killed. And you think you finna walk on the street, you know what I'm saying? You finna go to that gas station and not be cool, or we not gonna retaliate with another song. Now it's about to spark more.
Yeah,
so it's just like a never-ending thing until this transformation happens. It's about to be another retrograde with music.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like the 90s music where it was beefs, and it was real beefs where people was pulling up on boys and because it wasn't cameras, so we don't know all the stuff that happened. Yeah, but it seemed like that because especially with social media. Do you think social media has hurt or helped music in the aspect of actually being a good sound?
I think it's helped it. You saying being a good sound?
Yeah, because you got like say,
lyric wise?
Yeah, or no, just a good, like an actual song. Because you got them TikTok songs, that 30 seconds that they got the dance in the video, fire. You actually listen to the song, you be like, what in the world is that?
I say it helped because at some point it still gave you a reaction.
It did.
Some type of feeling, right? You did that thing, you dig what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it definitely helped, but I can see where you're coming from, how it diminishes sports.
I think it helped with like another way of expression and creativity because you got to be creative to be on there doing them TikToks and making the video look that good, and then they be moving them into the side and zooming them in and out. And listen, I can't keep up with that. I'm not a TikTok queen. I can't do that. But like, it's another way for them to be creative, I think. So I think it helped it. I think it gave it another way of expression, a better like visual of the music too. Cause like we're kind of I wouldn't say we're getting away from music videos, but in a sense we kind of are.
That was my next question about videos. Like, so y'all visual, like you said, it fire visual. So do y'all think, like, you remember when we were younger, I think we probably all around the same age, you had videos, like real videos, like you was waiting to see the videos, they had the top 10 and all that. Do you think the videos now are less creative? Because you see a lot of people just get a good camera and be in the hood and just be in front of some cars and rap, and then they, use whatever effects and make it look like a video, but it's not like the creative. If you had the R&B song, you had a whole story, you had some characters in there. To me, I feel like that part of it is going the creative part of actually walking us through your song rather than just rapping with your homies or some booty shaking or whatever kind of music it is. Like, you just standing there not really giving us a visual of what, like showing us what the song is actually about.
I think that when it comes to the videos, and I'm not trying to say this like, and it's not meaning in a rude way or anything, but like budget, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're looking at your artists that are more like on a higher platform, their videos are going to look different because they're having creative directors and actual visual people that are on their team to say, okay, we're going to do this. They're picking good locations. They're shooting shots differently versus when you are just trying to make it, you are going to take what you got. You're going to be in your neighborhood. You're going to be in front of a store or at a gas station because you're going to pick places that are within the budget for one, and for two, that it's like I'm highlighting where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like before when Gorilla, how'd I say it? Glorilla. Yeah. Her Fuck Nigga Free video, prime example. Now her videos now, Glow, she's in a what? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she used what she had where she was and popped off, and now her videos are different. So I think it's more so just like where you're at right now, your sound, your team, budget, all that stuff. I think that in YouTube is like where everybody's posting these videos at. So it's like, okay, this is cool for YouTube. This is cool to get us rich for YouTube, of course. Why not?
Makes sense.
I think they took away the music video platforms that we used to have. Like the BET Jams. I mean, that still come on, but like, what was it, 106 in Park?
Yeah.
That's what we was looking forward to, that top 10.
Yeah.
Everybody would come, all the artists would come on this platform to preview their new video. That was really keeping us drawn in at 6:30, 7:30 in the afternoon. So we don't have none of that no more. That's why I feel like the videos is not as popular.
Yeah.
That definitely is. I think because a lot of people don't even, it's streaming apps now. Nobody really watches TV and come home and sit down and be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this. But to what you were saying, I think you're on point with the budget, but still people still have those, I think they still have those still hood, I'm just in there kind of videos, and it's like, that's cool, but we want, I don't know. I just, like you said, the platform, we don't.
Either though,
yeah.
We get some videos done under a good budget.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a creative process.
That's what creative direction. Yeah.
With certain artists, and we don't hire creative directors. We
think of it on your own.
Jess Santiago, we direct our own videos.
Yeah.
Okay, but y'all vibe is not really trap.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I think that maybe like when we do get those videos that's in the hood, it's coming from trap rappers. Yeah. If I'm watching a trap rapper, I want to see some hood shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but you gotta think. So think of like, I don't know, the 50 Cent Many Men video came in my head. Like it was like a story with it. It was like, it wasn't just standing in front. It's like, it's almost like a trailer for a Tubi movie. That's how you would expect like a video to be. Like it depends on what the song is and just showing what it is. I think that part, the creative part, because the videos is fire. I mean, the technology that we have nowadays is way better. So the videos definitely can get edited, effects and stuff to look good, but just the creativeness with the goes along with the song. Because like, yeah, the songs that was in the top 10, they went because how creative. It might have been not that good of a song, but that video made it like, just certain videos back in the day. So with that, do y'all kind of like got a 106 in Park kind of thing going? Cause without the videos, but having artists come on and, giving them the exposure to not just have the Cypher, but get their music out there. It kind of sound like y'all kind of got y'all.
We got an Asian culture.
Yeah, I wouldn't more so say that, but I wouldn't. I am honored that you compared us to that because that's where it all started. But I think that however people see it is okay with me as long as they getting the message. You know what I'm saying? But we're not piggybacking off of no other production or like shows that used to be on TV. Like, nah, we literally are coming together, putting our heads together, our ideas together, and bringing what is more modern to kind of comparing it with like old school, but trying to give it that vibe of like we said how videos used to be and all that stuff, but also too we trying to keep up with the newer generation. So if that makes sense, we just making sure that we are putting the proper collaborations together. But I think that you guys can plan to see something very unique from us in the directions that we're going, because it's not just gonna just be just rapping. So it's gonna be great.
So who are your guys' personal top 10 or top 5 artists like of all time? Like your people that you listen to. It don't gotta be from here. It could be any kind of music. But like, who would you say? Like, I say 3. I'll give y'all 3 because that's a lot. But 3 like artists that's heavy in your rotation that you listening to, dead, alive, whatever. Like, what kind of vibes y'all have?
In rotation or all time?
All time. Yeah, all time. Yeah, all time. Yeah.
That made it harder.
Don't ask me these questions. Okay.
Got to. Gotta see where y'all at with the music too.
3.
I even answer. Let me think too.
Three, real quick. Lil Wayne, Kanye, Jay-Z.
Okay. I'm gonna say
some crazy shit.
I'm gonna say
Boosie. No.
And I'm gonna say J. Cole. Young Dolph. And I'm gonna have to throw an R&B person. I'm gonna just say Chris Brown because I fuck with Chris Brown. No, I don't. I just like so. I said this before. My fun fact: I know how to dance, so I always used to watch him and Usher like doing their videos and try to imitate it. So, like when I listen to it, you know that side of me come out, be able to dance. So yeah. No, I don't be in the mirror, but I don't be on my feelings either.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Young Dolph. I'm gonna say Rod Wave. I love Rod Wave.
Oh my goodness, you be depressed.
I love Rod Wave. I'm not depressed. He makes my soul happy. Actually,
do you play that for your people when they come in? You play the Rod Wave.
Shut up. I like Rod Wave. Okay, you asked me.
Okay.
That's just where I'm at in my life right now. So I don't know if that's my all time, but I love Rod Wave and Young Dolph and let me think. I can't think of somebody else. R&B. I'll say Aaliyah. You said dead or alive.
Yep. Okay.
I'll say Aaliyah.
Okay.
We gotta put an R&B artist.
No, you ain't got to. Who you?
What's
got?
wrong with Rod Wave?
He depressing.
No, he's not.
He's sad. Like I gave him a shot. I gave him a shot, and I was like, it's just I don't know. I could see why he like the younger people like him. Like if you listen to him, but yeah, that's not.
Everybody else's verses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't hate on Rod. Where this is not a Rod Wave hate.
No, it's not hate. It's not. I mean,
Everybody gotta sing it.
Yeah. We ain't going. Yeah. So you got a R&B? Would you say yourself?
That I have to put in on?
No, just give us one that you think of. Just pop in your head. Since you was talking about us, yeah. Since you was talking about us, you know, Chris Brown and then Aaliyah. Yeah, Aaliyah definitely.
Yeah.
Can we just say this is like off the record, but this?
Yeah.
Oh hell!
Why did I know he was gonna say that? Why did I know?
Done.
Hey,
you're done.
I said it.
And then he done whispered it. Nah, say it with your chest.
I ain't talking about Robert.
Okay. He said they two different people.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give him credit where credit's due. Like a lot of people got made off of R. Kelly. Like he put out music. I mean, he had good music. He had the vibe of music. Like.
I can't see past the other shit no more. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he don't get played a lot. I definitely did. I have listened to him and wrote that. Yeah, you gotta play R. Kelly.
He said, yeah.
You gotta play R. Kelly.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, good.
The music.
Yeah, you got. So it's Ooh, you can't forget Prince though, man.
He's the GOAT right behind Michael Jackson.
You can't just throw Prince. So where Prince go in there? You got MJ.
You do a versus with Prince and R. Kelly.
No, I don't think you can really. You're gonna have two different.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really do that.
This is how I'm gonna break the camel back. Give me 5 Prince songs.
I didn't say Prince.
I don't know. I'm just saying. But you got like she was saying, like it's a different era though.
Yeah.
So it's a different kind of music.
Yeah.
But like Prince,
he's still a great though.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I
because the
get
people
what you're
said
saying
it.
though, because R. Kelly, you could think,
Cry, I wish.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I can't think of no R. Kelly songs. I don't even want to think of him.
Okay, we're gonna get off R. Kelly. Yeah, we're gonna get off. Yeah.
Right now, that's my number 1 R&B artist.
Okay. To be honest, I really ain't caught a vibe of R&B. Like it's
really, yeah, it is kind of dying. It might not be dying off, but it's very rare that I get a song and I'm like, ooh, I'm feeling this.
Yeah, like
it give me how R&B used to give me type of feels.
Brother Love ain't giving us no R&B no more.
It's. I mean, Chris Brown still come out with albums. Usher is still coming out, but I feel like after that that kind of little wave of R&B ain't been the same. You don't even have R&B groups no more. It's just people. Yeah, so it's look.
The writers on strike.
So with I was gonna ask before we got into the music part. So how did y'all select y'all team? Because to have a winning team, you got to have people that know what their role is and to perfect that role. And I think a lot of people miss that in business by not having a team, the right team to work with, and then that's how the business fails.
So when we started off, when we did the first one, it was really just Coco and I. We didn't have a team. We just came together and we used our resources and our connections of who we knew. And we invited, we had Craig come and he shot our video, of course. We had Strick come for the DJing and Kennedy for our photos. And then we had some other media people come. Polish Lady came and Numbers Media was there. So we had those folks in the background. And I think the vibes were so good. And then when we got the backlash, we kind of saw who stepped back and who stepped forward. And then when that happened, we were like, okay, so now what we about to do? And like June and Coco were already had established a friendship and a relationship and everything like that. So she brought June to the table and was like, this is my brother. You know, this is what we got going on. I think he'll be great for this. And I took, Coco's word for it because I know she's about business. And when we got into the group chat, June was taking off. And I was like, oh yeah. That's our right hand man right there off rip, And then Peyton was a part of the team too, and he is bringing that young vibe for us, and he's gonna have his ear to the streets for the youngsters for us. And then Craig was locked in. I mean, there was people were saying stuff on social media and other places. I didn't even have to say nothing a lot of times, or Coco, because Craig had our back. He was like, who, what, where, who, and we standing on it, so that we locked in with him. Kennedy, she was right there too. So I think that in that sense, we were like, okay, this is our team, because we saw when everything started that should have been crumbling around us, our foundation was still solid. So if everything else is around us, but we still like this, I was like, okay, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can be around when it's success and it's wins, you know what I'm saying? But your team is who's gonna stick around when things are not going good, and when we on our knuckles and we like, what we about to do? Because people could have really turned their backs on us and said they didn't want to do work with us at all, you know what I'm saying? After that, the backlash, it was crazy. So it was other artists that could have been like, I'm cool, which they have been, but we still got people that's stepping up, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we came about with our team and people we're working with.
Yeah, I love that what you said, because you start something, it might be successful right away, and then something happened, and then you see like, dang, that's or it's like in life, when you up, you got your money right, everybody want to hang out with you. Then when you hit a rough patch, nobody around, and that's how people lose. People don't realize that like you supposed to stick through the tough times. Exactly. Like life ain't easy. You're not supposed to just be like, oh, everything gonna be right. No. I always miss something when I'm recording. I'm like, oh, dang, I didn't do this or I didn't do that. But it's not going to stop the show. It's not going to be like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm missing this. Do I just stop or do I keep going? Because if you keep going, that's how you get better. And being consistent, like, I love that y'all, boom, got another one coming out. I'm sure y'all going to have another one. So keep doing what y'all doing, because I love that for the artists, because I think a lot of times people don't get the right kind of platform. Because everybody got podcasts nowadays, and everybody just jump on anybody's stuff, not knowing what the audience is or what who that person is as an actual person. So keep doing what y'all been doing. And 3 tips on people that want to start something of their own that maybe necessarily somebody else isn't doing.
3 tips.
Yep.
Do it. Don't get discouraged by what people say. Don't get discouraged when things go wrong, and don't let up. That's just all it is to it. Just do it. And it's more than one way to skin a cat. So if it's not working one way, then find another way.
I love that because I just said that in the group chat. It's more than one way to skin a cat. What about you, sir?
I agree. I mean, make sure your business right. Tighten up on your business. Make sure you got good, loyal people around you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give up. It's going to get rocky, but just don't give up. Keep going.
Let everybody know how they can, since this is dropping today, I mean the day of y'all drop, tell people how they can listen to the Cypher, where they can go, and how they can follow you guys on social media.
Okay, so my personal page is @_ADANYA, and our business Instagram is Asia ASIA Co Productions, and that is also our YouTube as well. And if you just follow our Instagram, you'll be able to click the link in our bio for the YouTube, as well as if you message us, that'll be the best way to get in contact with us, or email us in regards to wanting to join our platform or collaborate with us on anything.
Follow me at June10th, June10th.
On everything. So before we get out of here, I always ask my guests, I need an underdog quote from y'all, from each one of y'all.
An underdog quote.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I never tell my guests.
Ooh.
Yeah, I never tell them.
An underdog quote.
Yep.
Be you, everybody else is taken.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to say something real simple. It's not on you, it's in you.
I love both of them. So, one of y'all give us a closing word out.
Stay tuned. Asia Co-Productions. This is only the beginning. So lock in with us right now.
Yeah.
Keep being great.
Yay.